Hello, hello.
Hello.
What's cracking? All right, so today we have Leviathan versus Lvt.rejects. Let me just open this up real quick. We have a log. Basically, Leviathan.rejects is everyone that's ever got kicked from Leviathan.
My God.
It's
There were enough to form a team?
apparently I'd say there's probably more, realistically.
Yeah.
And this is the best they could field, right?
Okay, that's fair.
For example, right, so Newsham, a member of Leviathan, actually kicked Jenkins, right? And Jenkins is Newsham's best friend.
Oh no.
And today, he gets his payback.
Dire team pick.
Let's jump into the lobby. This is some serious stuff right here. Whew.
Look at these bands. There are 6 of them.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I still don't know why we bring you places. I have no clue.
10 seconds remaining.
All right,
Radiant
tell us a bit about
team pick.
these lads, because you obviously know all of them, right? Right. For example, Dog.
All right, Dog is Whitebeard. He likes anime a lot, and he thinks he's a pirate. Boom.
Boom.
Sold Hakuna Matata. This guy really likes The Lion King. It's monkeys forever.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Then we have Garter. He's European. Do you know who he is?
Yeah,
10
the name rings a bell.
remaining.
Yeah. He's played Dota for a really, really long time.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
I think Squad Boy is Newsham. Let me check.
We're checking Steam profiles.
Yeah, it's Newsham.
Newsham, and then promo code is obviously BSJ, right?
Yep, Squad Boy is the boy that kicked his best friend Jenkins. But you know, sometimes you have to kick your best friends for glory, right? He retained the Leviathan sponsorship all for himself, pocketing the cash, and then promo code BSJ. Everyone knows that.
Then on the other squad, you have died.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this?
That's Master Kenshiro, aka Slayer.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Bloody Nine.
Yep. There you go.
Pretty standard. Jenkins.
Hamster Miller.
Hamster Miller, one of the greatest Dota players and Pudge players of our time.
That's right.
Jenkins
Excalibur.
Radiant
Playful Fanatic,
team
Mr.
pick.
Steve.
Mini Steve.
Mini Steve. All right, Baby Steve. Maybe not quite the same one, but
And me is greater than you at mid.
that's Sammy Boy. You know, the lad that was playing without a mouse that eventually got kicked?
Yeah, that
You should
was
tell the story.
that was another story. So in the middle of one of the
10
games,
seconds remaining.
Sammy Boy's mouse stopped working, and he had to
5
pause the game, and he had to go to
remaining.
the store and purchase a new mouse.
The mouse store.
Yeah, apparently 2 weeks later he was kicked.
Oh,
That's why he's here.
didn't get a good enough mouse,
Yeah,
apparently.
apparently
Dire
not.
team
Should have went to a better mouse store. All right, so
Radiant
when I
team
spoke to an unknown source from one of the teams,
Okay.
they said it's definitely a grudge match. All right, the teams. It's been a while now, so they're kind of over it, but they still kind of.
They want to win.
There's still salt in the wounds, right?
They're fueled.
Yeah.
They really want to win this match.
And I was promised a good series.
10 seconds remaining. Team
Sounds
back.
fantastic.
Let's talk about the picks, right?
Yes, we got the first pick went to Wyvern. Solid hero. Very strong. Does it all, right? He seems like the go-to support hero for a lot of teams. And for good reason. His ultimate, super good. Cold Embrace, same thing, very good. Oh, I could just name all his 4 skills and say they're very good.
10
And no one would
seconds
disagree, because they're
remaining.
very good.
That's excellent.
That's how you know he's a good hero.
That's,
5
honestly, I
seconds
prefer
remaining.
Spirit Breaker and
Radiant
Shadow
team
Shaman as an
back.
opponent to Winter Wyvern Tiny. It's just Spirit Breaker charges someone, you get a kill, and then you push a tower.
It's very easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about the simple Dota.
I think everyone is. It makes it easy to play, and then you can do cool things.
Dire team back.
It's also hard for Spirit Breaker. He just runs around the map the whole time. Winter Wyvern doesn't really deal with that. And then
He's
you
very
have to-
static, right? He needs his levels.
Yeah, he wants to sit in a lane for a while.
Yeah.
Spirit Breaker, he's not about that. Every lane's his lane. And the Shadow Shaman, this guy owns off laners.
Radiant
Is the
team
ultimate
pick.
zoner. Disables a good late game, of course, and he has the whole group up and push towers with the ultimate.
Usually
Very strong.
people pick this Tiny as an offlaner, right? Generally. It can be played in other roles, but I'd say, as far as I've seen over the last few days in the qualifiers for Genting.
I'm pretty sure the offlane Tiny is very unusual.
10
You think so?
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, we've just been seeing a lot of it
Yeah.
randomly.
Dire
Okay.
team
Maybe it's
pick.
very popular in the CIS region.
Radiant
Just
team
Phobos.
pick.
You know, Sand King was recently nerfed. He lost 15 damage off his Burrow Strike level 1. Pretty much entering unplayable territory. That's how that happens.
It's more of a like stigma about heroes, though, right? When they get nerfed a tiny bit, everyone's like, "Oh no, we can't touch this
10
ever again."
seconds.
Right, my hero got
remaining.
nerfed unplayable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not quite the case. Still good hero.
5 seconds
So you
remaining.
got to worry about this this Tide Hunter, right? If he gets a little bit of
Dire
farm,
team pick.
he can get that hood. Not going to die at all these 3 heroes. Then
Oh
Viper.
boy,
Another tanky man.
a lot of tanky dudes. You can see their draft taking a really good form, right? They can take team fights around the Shadow Shaman wards when they're pushing.
Yep.
Viper can tank the aggro of the creeps. He can take the tower.
You have a pretty
10
decent lineup
seconds
altogether, right?
remaining.
Spirit Breaker starts these fights. You have Shadow Shaman and Tide Hunter are super good in
5
the
seconds
5v5 aspect.
remaining.
They'll just push towers all day long.
They don't have much physical damage either. So Winter Wyvern spells are less powerful now.
Right, right. Who cares about getting Winter's Curse from any of these heroes here, right?
Yep.
There is still the safe lane carry to be picked, but there are some carries that they do right-click damage through other sources, like Clink's Searing Arrows, for example, OD, even though there's, no way it's going to be OD. Arcane Orb, there's just an example of other heroes like that. So, we need something from Team Leviathan. I guess,
Some deep push.
yes,
It's always good.
They need some way to play around the roster words.
Maybe
Right.
a very ranged hero. Wyvern can kind of do it. I think the best one, in my opinion, is Sniper
Yep, I agree.
for killing the Shadow Shaman wards, especially in a draft like this. But he does have the Spirit Breaker to worry about. He has some save.
Spirit Breaker alone isn't that bad for Sniper to do.
You just get the pike, right?
Yeah.
Just pike him
Even just
away.
the regular Force Staff, when he's charging you, you can Force Staff the Spirit Breaker, cancels the charge. Then he ends up in front of 5 heroes, then you kill him.
Radiant team banned.
Let's see. Tinker! Okay. That's a hard guy to walk into.
It's an interesting one though. Like so, there is one pick left for rejects. They can do like some sort of safe lane Viper and then mid lane Storm or something like that. Then they have the Spirit Breaker Storm combo.
Yeah.
There's a lot of heroes that
10
you can last pick
seconds
that
remaining.
destroy Tinker.
Right. The team fight from Rejects is it's
5
superior if
seconds
they can actually
remaining.
get on top of them, right? But this lineup from Leviathan, they're just going to dodge and throw these nukes from long range and then set up for pickoffs on the side lanes. So they need to either adjust their game plan where they can break through the Tinker, like
Dire
Juggernaut, for
team
example,
back.
Healing Ward. You can sit there and not care about all the spam. Or you need some way to play the catch game like the Storm Spirit, for example.
Yeah, it's
Dire team pick.
Well, they ban out the Juggernaut,
Radiant
so...
team pick.
Elder
Right.
Titan.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so first of all, they have no way to kill Shadow Shaman wards at all.
That's true.
Literally 0 ways. They
I guess the Wyvern's got like 1,000 range, right? When he uses 900.
you don't really want to be showing as Wyvern,
It's
right?
true. You can get jumped on and die.
Yeah.
10
Elder
seconds
Titan
remaining.
as well. Zeus.
You may now select your heroes.
Well,
You know, it's actually kind of similar to Storm. When you get Ags with the Spirit Breaker combo, you
it's
can.
actually very good, huh?
Yeah. The Ags with Spirit Breaker is god tier.
We talked about the range heroes too for killing wards. There's no range heroes to kill. The Nimbus as well, same concept.
Yeah, it's more like kind of structures that you can summon, right?
But we are lacking a bit on the physical damage aspect, right?
There's 0.
Yep, absolutely none. Viper actually deals more magical damage.
I guess Shadow Shaman wards is their biggest physical damage.
Well, Tidehunter, when he hits that 25 talent, the plus 251 damage. There we go. That's what they need.
We're cooking now. Alright, so I see. Alright, Zeus is also very, very good against Blink Dagger heroes. Like Tiny,
Yes.
Sand King,
So
Tinker.
good finding this Tinker, right? The lightning bolt, the ults.
You just ulti and you go.
Yeah. Stops his blink and he's dead.
He is kind of like playing Zeus in this game. It's tough, right? You're target number 1.
Right. He needs to make sure his positioning is fantastic. Sit in the back so we can get his spells off, or else he'll die big time. All of his heroes do a ton of damage.
Prepare
really
for
do.
battle.
And none of their like defensive capabilities can help, right? Wyvern doesn't help against.
Yeah, there's no physical damage. It's all spells.
Yeah.
The Cold Embrace. What does it do? All right.
Let's talk about the teams. Jenkins, offlane, Tidehunter from Team Rejects.
Expect good things, guys.
Bloody 9, Excalibur, taking up the support duo of Spirit Breaker and Shadow Shaman. Then me, greater than you mid.
It's a good name for a mid player.
It really is. You'd hope that, you know. Oh,
Oh no,
you have died.
He's about to die.
Jeez. That's a 5-man rotation.
First blood goes to Tinker, not the hero you want to give that to.
Yeah, what did he buy? He bought something straight away with it.
30
null
seconds to
talisman?
battle.
No,
Items.
finish the wand
Oh, okay.
against Zeus. Yeah, very nice.
That's good. You don't really see wand on Tinker at all, but versus Zeus makes a lot of sense.
You'd be crazy not to get it.
Yeah, he's a magician. Counters magicians.
Isn't he a scientist?
I don't think so. Not with that.
What,
these
Tinker?
cosmetics. So Tinker, yeah, he is.
So how would he know how to use a wand?
he was built by a scientist. He's not
The
actually.
battle begins.
I won't go into it, but I'm pretty sure the science is inside the suit. It is what it is. Move on. This mid lane build, right? He went null into like branch clarities. What do you think about this? I noticed you don't do this. You do the clarities.
I think this is definitely the better build. It's much more popular too. You can get last hits with your right click. Otherwise, you have like 45 damage or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty miserable. And honestly, the early bottle doesn't feel as impactful anymore. It's received so many nerfs.
I don't even like bottle anymore at all.
I don't either. Just go straight in for the Soul Ring Arcanes. Feels much better.
Even Soul Ring on Zeus is it's pretty tough, right? Since the changes doesn't give you the mana regen percentage.
Well, it doesn't. I still think it's very needed.
There's a lot of damage on the dog here.
Dog is even the beatdown.
His first Arctic Burn. That's one thing you kind of want to watch out for from Wyvern. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Steven was in deep.
What is he doing here?
Missed it. If we were watching, we could have told you guys what he was doing there.
I don't think he knew what he was doing there, I'm going to be honest. Help! I'm too deep.
Alright, so let's talk about these other lanes, because we've been talking about mid for quite some time. So the safe lane Viper. How do you feel about this one?
I always think Viper needs a lot of levels. He wants to be ahead of everyone level-wise. He wants to be ahead item-wise.
Yeah, very true.
And if he's contested by this dual lane, it doesn't look like he's doing too badly now. Like his last hits are, you know, it's okay. It's not very good actually.
I think he's about to get ran at though. ET's building up the damage from the spirits.
Exactly. Yeah, both of them have boots. Once you get
has no boots. Here it is.
Oh.
The old rundown. Oh, instant TP is kind of slow. But still.
Yeah,
Right.
you don't want that to happen in your safe lane.
Exactly. The safe lane is no longer the safe lane at this stage of the game. It's rough.
It's kind of all on Jenkins. Like, there's quite a lot of space. Oh. He's taking quite a lot of Arctic Burn damage. Turns around to harass.
He's not afraid. Charge coming in. He's level 2.
He'll hit dog right into the shackle. Oh, they don't want dog.
They want the old promo.
Oh, no.
It's pretty unfortunate.
It is, yeah. Shadow Shaman Wily does hit like a truck.
Yep.
Slow as
sometimes you do want to bring those Maracas out and just, you know, give them the old shackles.
I don't think he could in range, could he? Of the Wyvern?
I think, well, if he would have charged the Wyvern instead, you'd have a longer stun duration from the charge.
He didn't have vision, I don't think, of the Wyvern.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine.
Gold for me.
Didn't see it till after it was already cast. But look at down bottom. Jesus. Viper's in a world of hurt.
Oh no, the charge is going to completely change this around though.
Yeah, Hakuna Matata, he's got to pour it out.
Salve used.
Just kidding, he's walking. He's good.
He's totally fine, right? The boots online, he has Mango if he needs a stun.
You know, still, that was a, what, 2-man rotation to kill the support ET. That's probably fine with that, and now LeBron is to level 1 at 3 minutes, not exactly where he wants to be. He's got the rockets.
Oh. Can you do it?
Not enough damage.
It's only level 1 rockets, right?
Yeah. Look at him, he's 1 experience, like 1 creep kill off of 4.
Oh.
1 more hit and the rockets will kill him.
This is the problem I have with Zeus, right? You're not actually good at all in the early game. You're kind of a late game hero.
You are indeed a late game hero.
Which doesn't really make sense for a magic damage hero, right?
It's very weird, right? Matata gets shackled up, he's toast.
Alright, Matata is second.
You know, trying to dance in this bottom lane against the Viper trying, pretty difficult to do, right? They're strong when Viper's alone.
Viper's already, he's tanky enough that if you go on him with the corrosive skin, it's going to buy enough time for Bloody 9 to get in there with the Spirit Breaker charge, right?
Especially when they're already so close by, right? If they see him show top, for example, then sure, they can make these plays all day long, but they've kind of turned this winning lane into a losing lane after feeding away a bit.
So yeah, what I was trying to say is, like, Zeus as a hero, he kind of falls behind naturally. Yeah, bottom lane, Bloody 9 just getting, he actually just got beat down by other Titans. That's all it was. They just
sat there and he
took it.
He was playing chicken for the bounty ring. You know, he got the bounty ring, but he paid for his life. He paid with his life. So
that kind of helps Tinker, this kind of playstyle, right? Because Tinker needs farm. He needs to get the boots travels up, and both of them want to do essentially the same thing, which is never a good thing, in my opinion, against a Tinker.
I agree. He's kind of playing the Tinker's game, like, you know, while Zeus is good at killing Tinker in the later parts, in the late phase, he does not pressure him at all. He just farm.
Bottom lane, here we go again. Stun up in 6.
Dangerous.
Oh, this is a lot of damage from the corrosive. Stun is up in 1.
He's gonna go for it though.
Oh, it's just a feed though.
Oh boy.
Oh no. They're just feeding away the kills to the Viper, right? We were talking about how his lane is difficult, but
no, yeah.
they're just making sacrifices.
Looking pretty easy now.
Let's shrine up.
It's a
Shrine
big
up is in
problem.
like 2 seconds, then I'll reset.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's a big problem with over-committing to this lane once they rotate the supports down, right?
Yeah.
I guess they feel like they can't really, or ET can't kill Tidehunter. But there's more things he can do than just run at this lane over and over. You know, he can stack the jungle for the Tinker, for example. You can stack 2 camps with the, what's it called, Astral Spirit. Help him catch up in the game that way. Help secure some runes, take bounty runes. Doesn't have to just be running at this Viper constantly.
But you kind of feel when you do this offensive dual lane and you die a few times, you almost feel homeless, right? You have no place on the map.
You're like, do I go back and feed away again?
Yeah.
You know, they're way too strong now.
Or maybe they're saying to themselves, well, if I do get a kill, it'll make up for it and we can get it back. But oh, bottom lane, let's see.
Just not how it is.
No, not really.
But, you know, this Viper is actually so slow. I guess by doing this, Rasta feels like he needs to stay bottom, right? He doesn't want to soak up the experience mid. And Zeus, when the lane is on tank or still, it's very difficult for him to go up. Because he can dive to pretty much anyone just running at him.
Bounty.
Strange they haven't pressured the Tinker at all with the Spirit Breaker, right?
Yeah, yeah. I guess that's, you know, it's partially due to the Zeus too, though. Bottom lane squad boy running away, but oh, there's a haste rune. Oh boy. Is Zeus close to 6? Not even close, and it's 6 minutes into the game. Tinker, he's already 6.5.
Look at his denies. He's 16.
Jesus. Madman.
It's ridiculous. This lane is...
You know, Zeus created Tinker, actually. He's the scientist that did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Creation is fascinating.
Hopefully Slacks isn't watching, or you'll be getting some mean DMs.
Don't worry, I already checked. He's playing a pub. Can't call me out of the lore now. So if you're Viper this game, what do you do?
You go buy Midas. Because there's nothing you can do in this game. Like, I feel the pressure is going to be on. Zeus can spam out the waves and stall.
Shane, we were talking about the pressuring Tinker mid.
Yeah, I see it with the Tidehunter, right? With the smoke.
Yep, level 6 Tidehunter.
In he goes. Ghost applied. 39's going in. Anchor Smash shoots. He's trying to hold the Ravage. Yeah. You can't hold that. Oh no, maybe he held it for too long.
Oh, the crabs are in.
Okay. Promo code BSJ. TP's in. Gets the toss off.
Oh,
Bloody 9. Nice TP. Or nice charge on TP.
Well, TP's on cooldown, Shane. He hasn't used it yet.
Well,
He's making the marathon.
Zeus TP.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Got me there.
Thanks.
You know, that's the, that takes so long to kill just because Zeus isn't 6, right? They're missing that bit of damage to finish
and
him off.
even 7. I think you need 7 for Zeus to really come online, right? You want that max lightning bolt.
You definitely want the max lightning bolt. He's really hurting the experience department. Like, even though Tinker died, still full level and a half above him.
It's what do you think of a skill build? You like the point and static field, or do you?
No, I'm a big fan of the 2 points on fighting first, so you can push out and kill the range.
Percentage based damage isn't really that important. That, you know.
No, when you do the maths, it's not a lot.
Promo code BSJ.
I'll take your
Picking off Bloody 9 solo kill.
Bloody 9's dying for these bounty runes over and over.
He's level 4.5.
Well,
Dire's top
I
tower
guess
is
the
under attack.
Leviathan have kept this offensive dual lane, right? ET and Sand King, they're still sitting down here. Sand King's almost 6, by the way. Then Viper's
Toast.
yeah. There's no way he can lane anymore.
Double damage.
Or at least he has to bait out the epicenter.
Mid lane. Oh man, the right click damage from Garter. Oh, ulti's online now, but you want to be careful. Oh, Excalibur's so slow.
They need some damage. No
Oh
bad.
no! You can get the Hex, but he's afraid of the crabs.
Oh,
Oh no, they're gonna turn around.
got the
Lasers
laser
up in
up too.
1, but he's afraid to overcommit.
yep. Doesn't want to get blasted.
Bottom lane.
That was the epicenter down bottom on top of the Viper.
Yeah, with this
Radiant's
natural
bottom
order,
tower is under
kinda
attack.
counteracts the corrosive skin.
Yep. You also have the stomp, so he can't TP out after the epicenter.
Mhm.
So very nicely done. Shrine time for the Dire. Honestly, it feels like they're they've hit a wall, right? They're trying to make some aggressive moves, but every time
Radiant's
they do,
top
they feed
tower
away
is
for it,
under
and then
attack.
all of a sudden they leave their Viper vulnerable in the safe
Yeah.
lane.
Radiant
That's why we don't typically
structures
see the
are
safe lane
fortified.
Viper, right?
It's also to do with, I think it's a lot on Zeus, right? He needs more levels. Like the Tinker is just a superior laner, right?
Yep, I agree.
On top line, you have died, might be in a bit of trouble here.
He might be dying.
We have the toss for the last hit if he wants to. Oh, yeah, he throws the tree.
Oh,
BSJ with the slam dunk. Hooey.
wowzers. And he's almost got a blink dagger complete on Tiny too, and that's when it gets even worse. Not an easy game. Sand King actually just going straight for the drums. He's off lane, so it makes a bit more sense that he goes for the stat build instead of like the blink dagger rush.
Yep.
He wants to play more like a core hero in the front lines. pushing out lanes instead of sitting off map the entire time. Because honestly, when you rush Blink to use it, you have to not farm creeps, right? Otherwise, you're just not a threat.
Yes.
Don't mind if I do.
It
Radiant's
plays
middle tower is under
very
attack.
against what a lot of offlaners these days want to do.
This rush blink as well. It can go two ways though, right? If he rushes the blink, which he's doing,
Tiny.
buys it right now, yeah. And if his 1 or 2 ganks don't work the way he wants them to, he falls behind so fast. It's almost a risk, right?
If you buy this blink and you happen to die once
Yeah.
or twice afterwards, suddenly all your progression is gone.
It's a disaster.
Regeneration.
But as long
Oh,
as
they
make,
spotted Tidehunter. He's a difficult target to go on now, lads.
He's a tough one. That's for sure. Look at that. Doesn't even care about the stomp.
Doesn't do
Dancing.
much. Tiny's coming in with the blink from the north. BSJ.
Ross
He's
is
ready.
looking mighty.
Blink in. Doesn't even use the toss. Maybe he regrets that now. Smacks him down. Toss still online.
Trouble now.
They're charging. Ravage used. Hits on 3. They're going in on Squad Boy. He goes down. Now BSJ's in pretty deep. They have a lot of damage follow-up. Kuna Matata taking all the Viper deeps. Promo code.
He can blink out 1 second.
Ooh.
Doesn't even want to.
He didn't use the blink.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's a complete disaster.
It's kind of what we worried about. All of a sudden,
Shane, that's exactly what you were talking about. When you buy
Dire's
the blink
bottom
dagger,
tower
all of a
is
sudden your
under
rotation
attack.
fails. Oh. Now you're in a complete shit position.
yeah,
You are.
yeah, he is. Yeah, like
You've acquired all that
Okay.
net worth to make a big play
Dire's
somewhere, and then you get
structures
nothing
are
out of it.
fortified.
There's
The-
so much time wasted.
they had the vision of Tidehunter. They knew he was there. They initiated on him. All right, here they go. They're using everything for Viper. So I think it's an easy last hit for Garter. Yep.
You
Good
can
travel
keep
complete
your
already. He has the
magic.
soul ring
I
bottles. So
have laser
didn't
beams.
skip out any of the important farming items.
You versus me mid is trying to get a solo kill onto the Wyvern,
He's hunting.
but he's gonna get solo killed.
Promo code's on the case.
Yeah, he's in way too deep
He's
here.
not messing around.
Gods. Old
Oh, blink dagger. Good there.
Take it back. It's
What?
it's great again.
Just like that, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you're right. He didn't die twice, just once. That's why it's great.
Radiant's
playing very
top tower
aggressively,
is under
BSG.
attack.
Yeah, he is, for sure. Trying to
Dire's
make things
middle
happen.
tower
But
is under attack.
Can he
Oh,
kill
damn.
Bloody 9? He's pretty tanky, and he has an ulti.
Radiant's bottom tower
yeah, okay.
is under
that's
attack.
about it.
Just dancing with him, Bloody 9 is.
Mm-hmm.
Raindrops.
You know, Tide is pretty unkillable to Tiny, right? Or at least solo kill.
Yeah.
With the hood complete. Raindrops as well. Not hood, sorry, the cloak.
Radiant's bottom
Cloak.
tower is
He
under
completed a
attack.
cloak, did he?
He did. He bought the whole thing.
Oh,
in one
wow.
go.
Impressive stuff.
Didn't have to take out a loan for that one.
This is the period on Zeus I worry about.
Dire's
Right?
top
This
You
tower
don't
is
have this
under
mobility
attack.
item. They have a lot of burst damage on the opponent's team.
This mid-game transition.
Radiant's
Yeah, well,
bottom tower
like this is what you have to do. You have to
under
sit here and hope they don't go on you.
Look at this.
They're gonna toss him back,
Yep, and he's
and
toast.
then yeah.
Out from the rockets, the lasers. He's dead.
attack. Radiant's middle tower is
We
under
think Zeus
attack.
think this unpushable here,
Dire's
right?
top
He just
tower
arc lightnings
is
are
under
pretty
attack.
over and over and over, pulls him off the tower. But yep, he gets jumped on.
Radiant's bottom tower
And they have a
is
lot
under
of jump
attack.
heroes. Like even Elder Titan is kind of a jump hero, right?
Right,
Zeus
he
is a
gives,
slow hero.
He gives the vision.
Yeah.
So this Tiny can come in from whatever angle he wants and just go on him. So you're right, that is nice. Sand King too.
Yeah, it's not a pretty Zeus game. Like maybe you go farm some neutrals. It's actually not that bad with the arc lightning.
It's not that bad, but after about 2 camps, then you're kind of
Sad.
yeah, you're
Radiant's
sad. Your
bottom
blue bar
tower
is almost
is under
empty.
attack.
Don't know what to do. You're not fight ready.
Yeah, the change on the talents kind of hurts Zeus a
Radiant's
lot. I
bottom
think he used to have a
tower
level
has
10
fallen.
talent that would give him some mana regen,
Yeah, that was true.
and
That's
now
pretty good.
now he's struggling. Like you don't really want to get the armor this game because it's all magical damage.
Right,
So-
right. XP, sure, it's good, but
It's okay.
not like an immediate boost, right?
You need to like kill heroes to gain experience, right? So it's kind of like
Radiant's
the rich get
bottom
richer
tower is
kind of
under
scenario.
attack.
But he probably will get it, right?
Dire's
I assume
middle
he'll get
tower
this.
is
I'll
under
take
attack.
Or he's not too right. He probably won't even skill it for a while. Get the other spells first.
haste. Oh, that would
So
be
what do the rejects do at this point? Like Tinker's, he's farming his brains out. He has Blink Dagger complete and 100 gold. They haven't really been able to use the roster words to like sit and push the tower after this top tier one. They need to keep rolling, you know. But it's
The
hard.
problem is they need like pipe, right? They
Yep.
need a pipe for the Tinker marching
Radiant's
machines.
bottom
It's a
tower
big
is
issue
under
for them at the
attack.
moment. All their heroes are pretty squishy. Like Zeus, really squishy. Viper, usually not. But in this case, he's not tanky at all,
No,
right?
he's just not farmed enough, right? Compared to the rest of the heroes. Treads, Drumakila.
Also, only level 9. You know, like not max corrosive skin. It's a difficult situation. But the good thing about the Rejects team They have a team that doesn't really need items, right?
That's true, right? Zeus, you think, just levels, and he's good to go.
Yeah,
Radiant's
even
bottom
even
tower
Tidehunter.
is
Just
under
use the
attack.
Ravage. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know, Shadow Shaman,
I mean,
same
Tide's
story.
actually pretty farmed as well. He's
Radiant
almost got that pipe
structures
complete.
are
True. Got the
fortified.
hood, so he can just front line.
Let's
But
see.
look at the
Radiant's
position.
bottom
he's
Yeah,
tower
in.
very
is
nice.
under
Dog,
attack.
Dog
dog
breaking
here.
the smoke.
And
Nice.
flaps
design.
away. He's actually looking for a curse.
Yep, and that's that. Can't get in. And this is all while under the ward vision.
Oh no, the
Oh,
Excalibur out of position a little bit. BSJ blinks in and blows him up. Jenkins, he's looking for the Ravage.
Wants
Kind
it,
of
but
tough.
There's nothing to use it on.
This rocket spam is going to start getting them really low, and then
Yeah.
that Ravage isn't looking so hot.
Oh, now they're too low. Even if the Ravage comes out, how can they fight?
And Zeus is nearly out of mana.
Yeah. Well, that's just what happens when you get your smoke broken. You fight the vision. The charge mid though, but they're running through the crabs and guarding. He's got blink dagger. Yep.
Oh boy.
He's gone.
Very hard to find the Tinker now with the blink online.
Yep. Hakuna Matata
Oh,
is nearby too.
Is he dead? Is you greater than me dead?
He's looking pretty dead. And then these other heroes in the mid lane are super low too.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
They're falling apart.
They're crumbling. Look at this. They're cleaning out Winston.
Curse used to cancel the TP.
Oh,
Garter finishes him off with a laser. Dominance.
very stylish. Poor life for look at Excalibur. He just gets rocket spammed once or twice.
It's a tough game to be playing a Shadow Shaman.
Yeah.
You don't even have Tranquil Boots. Like
Exactly.
maybe if he has Tranquil Boots, he can regen a little bit, but he's so poor.
It's very
Radiant's
sad,
middle
isn't it?
tower
Check
is
out the
under
net worth.
attack.
See how he's getting on. Oh boy.
He's not only getting on. That's the problem.
I always forget to switch to the net worth.
Radiant's
It's like a good
bottom
time to do it's
tower
like
is
10,
under
15
attack.
minutes
Yeah.
somewhere around there. Once the lane phase breaks down.
CS doesn't really matter so much in this game. Like,
No.
and it used to matter more, I feel.
There's a lot of gold from, you know, towers, down your
Radiant's
runes,
bottom tower
killing
has
streaks and stuff
fallen.
like that. Comeback gold. So it's
Mostly
hard to really-
the bounty runes. I think they changed how much CS mean quite a lot.
I agree. It's very hard to get you just stuff CS.
You don't know if they're ancients, you don't know, neutral creeps,
Right.
lane creeps.
All
all
different values. And of course, the gold for creeps changes each patch pretty much.
Smart
Yep.
money.
Range creeps are worth a lot more gold now, so
Squad boys having a
yeah.
panic attack in the top lane.
He doesn't know what's going on. He's calmed down though. He's recovered. This game feels so difficult for
Oh,
the
it was-
rejects, right? They have this lineup that screams, all right, we're gonna come fight you, but look, Tiny has Shadow Blade Blink, Sand King, Blink
Oh
Drums.
no, here we go. Promo code goes in. They get the ward trap and the follow up from Bloody Nine. Interrupted. Can they use the Spirit Breaker ulti? They catch up PSJ on the backlines. Vipers.
Tinker's owning them.
Oh, the rocket spam from the high ground. Garter is destroying them
They
all.
never miss.
They do get PSJ.
They do.
Is Zeus gonna get a kill here?
They got the ringleader himself. Oh boy.
Oh man, this is pretty rough.
Zeus
Tinker
is-
even goes back. He's not in a rush. Gets the blink off.
Oh, he blinks
Oh.
forward. He wants his kill.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
He doesn't have the mana to arc.
too. Oh no.
Oh god.
Let's get on the kill for Garter. Jesus. He's already got the Kyoshi.
Well-
Dang.
He's 7-1-4.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the Kia.
Destroying. Well, it looked good, right? They had the right idea. They had vision on top of the shrine with the sentry ward to start the fight off, and they found the invisible Tiny, but
I
man's
think
so
that
tanky.
the problem is as well when Tinker's able to get into a position like he did on the high
Right,
ground
up
here
on the high ground, just
Yeah.
spamming rockets,
and
putting out his grab
March.
friends.
Yeah,
It's tough.
you have to initiate on Tinker. I feel.
Right. It looked good for them because they managed to find out two of these key heroes, but it takes so long to kill them. They just don't have the damage.
Another kind of small thing to take note of: if you ravage the Tiny as well with that status resistance,
That's
it's
true.
It's not that
It's-
powerful,
It's
right?
crazy to think this Tiny just runs in and tanks these disables, right? And then he just walks away.
He actually walked like
Dire's
a few
middle
hundred
tower
units
is
to the
under
right, and they had to
attack.
chase and
working.
overextend, and this
Yeah.
whole time Tinker's kind of constantly rearming.
And then also right next to the shrine too, so reinforcements come in right away.
One good thing for, I guess, both teams, apart from Shadow Shaman, there's no and Tiny, I guess, there's no real like massive tower pushers. You know, so the game can stall no matter what team's behind.
Yeah.
So rejects have a bit of breathing room with that, right? They have Zeus to spam with the waves. Tiny doesn't want to go high ground into a Zeus spam, right?
Right, right. They have to jump.
Yep.
And to jump, you're jumping behind like a Tidehunter and stuff. It could be very dangerous. You know, speaking of Tidehunter, they're watching them.
They have a lot of damage, right? With this natural order,
Yeah, it sure helps.
you want to be careful. So
The Tinker ET combo. It's tough. You can even boot to travel
to-
on top of the screen.
remember the old one with Kunkka?
Yeah,
That was ridiculous. You can still do it, actually.
you can.
So So the combo used to be you X Tinker with Kunkka in the base, you TP on top of the Elder Titan Spirit, and then the Kunkka could pull him back whenever he was in trouble.
Yep, you just get in there, it doesn't matter, tank everything, blow someone up, and he saves you.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
Game's slowed down quite a lot.
It has, for sure.
This.
You know, when games slow down and you're losing the game, and you know the enemy team's out-farming you,
Yep.
you feel super
Radiant's
pressured
top
to
tower
make it.
is under
You
attack.
feel extremely... You just feel like
Radiant
losing the game.
structures
Yeah.
are
Do something
fortified.
big to get yourself back in, so this is when mistakes happen.
In one way, it's good though, right? Because
They need farm.
they need levels on Zeus. He needs, honestly, the Aghanim's plus level 20 talent changes the game so ridiculously.
It does.
Like it's so hard to explain.
It's
Even
such a
it,
big power spike.
it's
right?
ridiculously large.
It's hard to quantify how strong
Yes.
it really is because it's like this.
It's almost like a new
mechanic.
hero
Top
enters
tower
the
is
game.
under
Right,
attack.
right.
Dire's middle
It is very
tower
crazy.
is under
Global
attack.
presence,
Radiant's top tower
Insane
is falling.
CC.
Yep.
Like what hero can stun across the map? You know, with like a 20-second cooldown. Right, mid lane, they're looking for Tidehunter here. I don't know if
No.
they really want him.
They definitely need to mess with him so they can actually push these lanes up, but you don't really want to mess with this guy, right? Because teammates behind him and you blink in on stanking stun.
He has
You can
24
instant
health regen as well.
Yeah, it's not easy to mess with.
Dire's middle tower
Kuna
is under
Matata
attack.
blinks in forward. BSJ gets. They're trying to bait out the Ravage. Jenkins though uses it.
There it
Sleep
is.
is applied onto Excalibur. He's not able to lock anyone down. Winter's Curse on top 2. They don't do much physical damage. That's what we spoke about. He doesn't even die. On the back line, Zeus ulti committed. Me versus Humid trying to kite out on the backside. BSJ gets Serpent Ward trapped, but the Dagon is out for Garter. Excalibur is not happy about that. He just gets blown up.
Hard chasing the crab when the rockets are coming out too.
Just stomp on 3, bloody 9. Oh man, it's a decimation. You have Didas trying to do as much as he can from the trees on Viper, but it's not really a lot.
No, Jenkins is still alive.
But what can he do? He's a Tidehunter.
Oh, he's not alive for long.
He had a good run.
He did. He tried his best.
Congratulated.
I'm beginning to doubt the Viper pick personally. It's not really doing that.
It looked like more of a hindrance than a strength to play off of, especially in the lane games, right?
Ultra kill for
Is under
Garter.
attack.
You never, as a Tidehunter, want to be forced to Ravage, right? That's essentially what they did. They went in, they kept on poking him, and they're like, Ravage, Jenkins, Ravage.
He felt like he needed to use it there, and when you think of the spell, you think, all right, someone else goes in first, or they have to like commit to kill his Tidehunter.
Radiant's
Boom,
top
ravages the
tower
whole
is
team,
under
right?
attack.
There he's ravaging one hero in front of him, maybe another hero off map, but doesn't really do anything. It's just it's a big impale. It looks cool, but at the end of the day, it's just like a sanking stun, right?
Yep. It kind of looks like BSJ is dying a lot, at least people using Leviathan, right? He is, but he has to do it, right? He has to be the initiator and tank up all the spells.
The team fight doesn't operate the same without him getting in there.
Yeah, he might die a few times, but it allows Garter to play so far behind, and
Yep.
Smart money.
As long as somebody gets in there just to create vision, bait spells, and make people commit.
yeah, Tinker's happy.
Yep, he's gonna blow it.
What's the story of this 100 damage level 20
Radiant's
talent?
middle
It's so
tower
weird.
is under attack.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make
Radiant's
who's it on?
middle
It's not-
tower has
Tinker, yeah.
fallen.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Maybe maybe 1 in 1,000 games would be useful. You know, you need to push some buildings with Tinker.
Maybe, yeah.
Get your right click on.
That's the only reason, right, to push buildings. But it's still so weird.
It just feels like it's very out of place. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Kind of like Tidehunter's level 25, right? 250 damage.
Yeah, why?
It
Weird.
actually might be better than
Regeneration.
essentially.
Do you remember the spinning Tidehunter with when he got Battle Fury?
Oh yeah.
Um,
Bring that back.
It would have been cool with that.
That should have been his 25 talent. Gives you no damage, no stats, but now you spin. I get it.
Yeah, you shouldn't do any balancing.
No.
Top lane again, same story. They're trying to. Oh, Jenkins forced us forward, gets in there, pressuring up Squad Boy. On the right hand side, we have Dog. Viper gets stunned. BSJ's going in. Ravage hits on 4.
Very nice.
ETOT on top of everyone. This is pretty good. With Call Embrace saving the Sand King for a moment. BSJ is trying to back up.
Sleeping on the job. That's not how you win a team fight.
Where did?
Yep, he was in deep trying to.
What's
mess
he
with
doing
the,
over there?
He was messing with Tinker during the fight, but
Okay, trying to hold the Tinker back and allow the rest of the team to fight, right?
yeah, very noble effort.
Oh man, we have what am I laughing at? Nobility gets you nowhere.
That's fair. It gets you dead.
It
That's what
really
does.
does. I've seen enough movies to know that.
Okay.
I'm slightly worried now.
Slightly.
Yeah, just slightly worried for Team Rejects.
20k gold gets you only slightly worried.
Yeah, I'm a positive dude. You know, I try to remain positive at all times. And
And positivity is very good.
the one thing that worries me the most is actually the pipe of insight on Hakuna Matata.
Yes.
All their damage is magical based. We spoke about it during the draft.
Radiant's top
When
tower
the
is
support hero has a
Radiant's
blink, a
top
drum,
tower has
and a
fallen.
pipe,
Well, technically he was an offlane, but you're right. He plays like a support hero, right?
Yeah.
Blink stun, that's his job. He's not a damage dealer.
It feels.
Shane, while you may be hopeful, I'm realistic. This game is screwed. I don't know what they can do.
Yeah, me neither.
They have no damage. They have not scaled well enough into this game. The fight tanker, Viper, felt like they had to babysit him so much during the lane phase, and but they got a lot of kills. But
It's just their hero composition is wonky as well, right?
yeah, it is. It didn't feel like Zeus was the hero they needed to.
They need
round
some
out
right
this game.
click.
Yeah. Speaking of Zeus, goodbye.
Alright,
Little man gets tossed in.
Oh, they never miss.
Bully and Mario, especially, it's hard. Like, right, yeah, you're forced to get this Aghanims build when you really want other items. Like, he has Blink.
Yep.
Radiant's
Saw in the
middle
beginning he was
tower
building
is
towards the
under
Veil
attack.
to increase the magic damage.
Yeah,
of
and then he
his
gave up
entire
on it. When you're giving up on items, it's not a good sign.
Yeah, and then he's sitting there going, alright, I actually can't buy him. I need to survive with him.
Wards committed. Garter blinks in. He's just sending a message now at this stage.
Not afraid at all.
No.
Radiant structures are fortified.
No, the wards have been dropped, but they
Radiant's
don't do any
middle
damage.
tower
Put him
is
a
under
dot.
attack.
He's just whacking them, crabbing them down.
Yep.
We spoke about how they can't kill them. Well, apparently this is
how
how
you
you
kill
do it. In the opponent's base. Can we speak about this?
You just melee them.
Just melee them on his own in the opponent's base.
None of them can kill
Oh,
up, right?
Dagon takes Jenkins to half HP.
He's actually taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, the times when he's
Radiant's
unkillable,
middle
they're long
tower
gone.
has fallen.
Dagon 5 online. Garter.
Jesus, Dagon 5, huh?
Radiant's middle barracks
Yeah,
are under
yeah.
attack.
Now it's the shrine time. Shrine time.
Yep. I'm going to take out some of these shrines. Roshan is free. They might not even go for Rosh, honestly. They'll actually do it very well at all. I don't think there's anything that can stop them from just rolling from tower to tower. Tinker drops out the crabs.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Did he even have a win condition? I'm not even. Oh boy.
The win conditions kill an enemy tower.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you very much. Like, do you see any? Like, they obviously believe there's a way to win. They remain the. They've used the Ravage. They're all in on BSJ. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no! It's the triple stun from
That's a
Hakuna
setup.
Matata. BSJ with the triple kill. Oh, Garter on the back lines kills me.
Oh,
versus
Janky's
you.
next, too.
Oh no. Run, Jenkins.
There's more from the right.
Oh, it's not looking pretty, guys. Whew. I'm sure he'll be fine, guys.
He's creating space.
He'll.
He's running.
Oh, there's a regen room bottom. Go, Jenkins, go! He gets to the shrine.
Radiant's bottom
What a
tower is under
noble effort.
Noble indeed. Yep, that about sums up that word.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. So? Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, all right.
Ty's tough. They go on him and he ignores stuns. It's pretty. That's a crazy mechanic, isn't it? The status resistance. Every time I
It
see
came,
it, I
it
think
came
it's-
out of nowhere.
I feel it's incredible. It does disgusting things.
I honestly, like, when someone told me, I thought they were lying.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody told me about that, and I was away, and I couldn't read the patch notes, and then I'm like, "You're kidding me, right? That doesn't make
Yeah,
any sense."
that sounds like some different game mechanic, right?
Right. These heroes are already so tanky to begin with, and they buy these items that mitigate damage, like Hood. Why would they have status resistance
Yeah,
on top of it?
especially with these
Top
talents. A
shrine
lot
is
of
under attack.
heroes have like bonus strength talents, right?
Right. They have the health, magic resistance. Tiny's the perfect example, right?
Let's check him out.
He's already got a ridiculous amount of base strength,
He has
350.
3k HP with just a silver-edged thread.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. I love it.
Do you?
Yeah, I like playing. I hate
Radiant's
playing
top
against.
Yeah, I like
shrine is
playing
under
Tiny too.
attack.
All right, Tinker, Arcane Rune, Kia. What do you do?
Cry.
Yep, they're
Literally break down into tears and cry. Look at these the rocket spam with the ET.
crying. It never stops,
Oh no.
and he has so much.
Oh
damage.
no, it's not stopping. BSJ blinks in. Can they kill Jenkins before? He doesn't have buyback. Hakuna Matata with the double stun. The Winter's Curse on top of it. They use the Zeus ulti, but it's not really doing anything. The Pipe of Insight, it's just too powerful against them. You can see me versus you mid is trying his best to nuke people down, but their health isn't moving. They're going on Tinker, generally a weak hero, and it's
Not this thing.
not this Tinker at all. Viper, he's used his buyback. He's getting in there. He's trying to spit at them, but spit, it doesn't work anymore.
Why not? He's spitting. It's just not doing enough damage.
No. It's
Okay, and a
not.
lot of teams fall into this trap where they show their identity of their lineup way too early, right? First you pick Tidehunter, then you pick the Viper that comes out.
Yeah.
Two very immobile heroes. Sure, they have the
Radiant's
roster wars to
top
push up
tower
onto,
is
but
under
then
attack.
this Tinker destroys their lineup.
He just blinks in, blinks out, rockets, marching machines in every lane. Yep.
We were talking about the sniper too. He also kind of stats that.
Hold that. Me versus you. He's gone down. Now Excalibur, I wouldn't want to be standing there. Ravage is used. He's still alive. Oh my god, can they turn around? Kuna Matata goes down. Who's next? Stomp is used? Okay, never mind. Take it all back.
Yep.
That stomp basically stomped them all the way down. Jenkins is angry. They've angered him. Bloody Knight and Jenkins pressing forward. BSJ turns around, starts DPSing down. Anchor Smash, extremely powerful against Tidehunter.
Yeah. There's the dust.
Dust is used. BSJ might go down. Oh, they used the Cold Embrace.
There's no physical
The
damage.
Anchor Smash. It
There's
doesn't
any
do
damage.
anything.
Luckily for Leviathan, Jenkins, not an angry dude, or they'd be in some trouble.
Whew.
Fortunes change.
Oh my god, they turn around. Garter does so much damage. Jenkins
Radiant's
evaporates.
middle barracks.
Bloody Knight's just standing in the bush. He's so close to the Tinker. They find him. Spirit Vessel applied. And BSJ.
Run
Like,
circles around that tree.
Radiant's
happening.
middle barracks are
can we
under
call
attack.
GG for them?
We could, but they might not leave.
Oh my.
Just
There.
kidding. Don't even need to.
Alright, that was. So I sometimes feel that games like this don't accurately display the skill level of both teams.
Sure.
It's just you make a mistake in the draft, and it makes the game look really, really one-sided.
You know, over the years, teams have gotten a lot better at recognizing certain key points of drafts, right? Like when the first 4 picks came out this game, and Tinker came out, we immediately saw these guys are pretty screwed against this Tinker. They don't have enough to get on top of him. Their whole game plan of just running from tower to tower doesn't really work that well against Tinker unless you can find the jump already. And then their lanes just don't pressure Tinker as well, right? Like we see Spirit Breaker, but Spirit Breaker Zeus, it's not killing Tinker. If anything, it takes like 15 seconds to kill Tinker, and that lets his team roll back to protect him.
Yeah, overall, it seemed rough, right?
Yes.
The Zeus mid didn't really get off to the start he wanted. He was so
No.
under-leveled. He couldn't snowball at all.
We saw him jungling at level 4
Yeah.
with Shadow Shaman taking up the mid lane. And that's not great. That's not where you want to be.
No. And the issue is, like, Viper's in a similar position to Zeus, right? They're actually kind of similar, at least in the early game, right? They need farm in a lane, essentially,
Yes.
right? And they need to be protected, because they're weak if people go on them.
Once that lane phase starts to break down, it feels like they have
Yeah.
nowhere to go, right?
Yep.
They're usually the ones that need to be able to move somewhere after lane phase by having their team play with them.
Yep.
You know, take the tower, rotate around, then they have farm. But once they start, once they're on the losing end of that,
And
it's not easy.
Tiny, right? Hero, he just loves when he's playing against these weak heroes like Zeus.
Yes, one shots them all game
Oh
long.
boy, you see this underfarm Zeus when you're safe lane Tiny, you're frothing at the mouth. You know what I mean? I can't wait to buy my Blink Dagger. I'm gonna destroy this guy.
Makes you so happy inside. Warm, fuzzy feelings.
All right, we'll be back very soon with Team Leviathan versus Team Leviathan Rejects, Game 2.
This is the battle for the tag.
Yeah, apparently they were talking about it in the lobby. See you guys soon.